Attention shoppers! This store is a graveyard. The animals being sold here did not want to die. They had lives, they had families, and they had interests of their own. Why do we as humans feel like we have the right to kill animals just because we think their skin would look better on our bodies? There are alternatives. It's not fashion, it's violence.
Snowflake Birds is profiting off of the torture and murder of innocent animals. Innocent animals that were caught in the wild, innocent animals that lived on your farm. Every single one of these animals did not want to die, and every single one of them tried to save themselves before they were murdered. Animals' lives are their right. We have just begun to fight. Animals' lives are their right. We have just begun to fight. Animals' lives are their right. We have just begun to fight.
Millions of cows, pigs, and sheep have suffered unimaginable cruelty to be here on these shelves. We are here today to tell you that this is not fashion, it's violence. It's 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 not fashion,
It's violence!
it's not fashion,
It's violence!
it's not fashion,
It's violence!
it's not fashion,
It's violence.
it's not fashion,
It's violence.
it's not fashion,
It's violence. We are here today marching with thousands of other activists around the world to stand up and say that all exploitation is wrong. It does not matter if you are a human, a dog, or a rat. We all are the same in that we all want to live. We are all scared, we all feel fear and pain, and we do not want to die. Join us, raise your voice, march for animal liberation, reject all exploitation.
This is all right, a piece of mascara. Can you honestly look at these animals, look them in the eye and tell them that their lives are worth less than makeup? This is not beauty. This is violence.
You can't touch anything. It's all. We out there.
It's not beauty.
It's violence!
Attention, citizens of Vancouver. We are here today marching for the liberation of all non-human animals. All of these animals who are being used and abused for food, for clothing, for experimentation, and for entertainment do not want to die. They all have lives. They have interests of their own. They have families, and they do not want to die just like us.
Is it morally wrong to inflict unnecessary pain and suffering on animals? For our pets, it seems to be so. What makes it different from the other animals that also feel pain and suffering? We are all earthlings. Why love some and murder the others? Just because someone is weaker, disabled, or less intelligent, does that give us the right to dominate them, enslave them, torture them, and murder them?
Animal lives are their rights.
We have just begun to fight!
Animal lives are their rights.
We have just begun to fight!
Animal lives are their rights.
We have just begun to fight!
It's not food.
It's violence!
It's not food.
It's violence!
Animals do not want to die. Animals are just like us. Animals want to live just like us. Animals feel terror just like us. They feel pain just like us. There is nothing humane happening here.
As we stand here today, billions of animals around the world are being exploited and violently murdered for entertainment, for food, in the name of science, and in the name of fashion. But at the same time, hundreds and thousands of activists around the world are standing up to fight for them, to fight for their liberation, to fight for their freedom. We have seen the pain and suffering these animals have to endure. We have heard the cries and screams as these animals were led to slaughter. And we have witnessed their pleas for mercy and for our assistance. And now it is our time to respond. And we're not going to respond by believing that consuming or selling vegan products is going to bring about animal liberation. We're going to respond through action. We're going to respond by disrupting the social norm that allows this violence and exploitation of our non-human friends to continue. Animals' lives are their right.
We have just begun to fight!